Hi everyone, welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. I'm coming actually a little bit earlier this week just in case you want to go out and have a recipe to enjoy all week long. So, I found a recipe for broccoli salad with bacon and cheddar on Pinterest. So I'm going to go ahead and type it into the description. So if you don't have a Pinterest account, you can still get to the recipe. There's no baking involved. So I'm just gonna do this in one take all together. I did a majority of the work already and I wanna just show you how easy it is. So the first thing that you're gonna do, it's a salad that you can eat every day for lunch, and it has plenty of protein in it and your veggies, everything's all in there. So it works for the keto, the paleo, the whole foods, the low carb lifestyle. It doesn't say, but it truly does work for that. So I went to the store and I bought broccoli florets. I came home, it was about a half a bag, and I chopped up on a cutting board, but I chopped up and measured out 5 cups of broccoli, but in little pieces, not the big pieces. So I've already done that. And then I took 1 red onion and I took 1/4 of it, and then I chopped it up pretty small. The rest I'm just gonna simply add, and I just wanna show you how quickly I am doing this too. So easy. I always try to make things easy for you guys, right? I want things easy for me too. So I didn't want to buy the whole head of broccoli. The other thing is I love to steam broccoli, or I love to have a broccoli and cheese. So many things you can do with broccoli. Put it in a casserole so you can eat. If you're gonna eat it later this week, put it in the fridge. Otherwise, put it in a Ziploc bag, suck out all the air, or vacuum seal it and freeze it for later. So that part is done. The onion is already cut up in there. So to that, we are going to add a 1/2 cup of sliced almonds, or nut of your choice. I like almonds, so I got the kind for baking it's already sliced up for me, so I can use it as a snack later this week. Or I know of a birthday coming up, sometimes the frosting, sometimes you can put nuts in the frostings or in brownie mixes, things like that. So they'll get used. You can buy a smaller bag than this. I just knew that I was gonna do some extra baking. So I measured out 1 cup. I'm gonna just add it to the bowl. I have not stirred anything yet. And that was already from a bag, trying to keep it easy. The other thing is a cup of bacon, cooked and crumbled. Now, I read down in the notes of, you can either, I don't know how many slices, 8 to 9 slices to get yourself a cup. You can drain it all off, or I went and bought, remember from previous posts, real bacon bits. You don't want to get the hard ones. You want to get the ones that are the consistency of bacon. So that's like the big thing on there. And you also want to make sure it's got the 0 on the carbohydrates, the kind that you have to refrigerate after opening. So I want to spend time with my family, so I'm not cooking bacon. I'm measuring out a cup. Since it is real bacon, it's just gonna measure out to be a cup, and I didn't have to cook it. And then I am somebody who does casseroles and who also does egg bites, if you've seen a previous video. And next weekend I have to make more egg bites, and they call for bacon pieces. So I'll just keep that. So everything's just easy to do. The other thing is 1 cup of cheddar cheese, nice and shredded. I know that many people like to shred their own. To each his own. I know if you're more strict that you do shred your own, but I'm low carb only. So cup cheddar cheese, throwing it in there. So I have 5 cups of broccoli florets. It's about 2 crowns, or buy a bag and then use it for other purposes during the week. Cup of bacon, a cup of sliced almonds, a cup of cheddar, and 1/4 of a cup of red onion. Right now it just looks like this, all sitting in a bowl and waiting for me to have some, you can see the broccoli's down there, waiting for me to have some fun. So I'm gonna spend most of the time on the dressing with you guys. So for the dressing, a cup of mayonnaise. You don't have to use the brand that I'm showing you. All I want to say is you want to make sure if you're low carb, keto, paleo, whole foods, that you're buying a mayonnaise that's either has olive oil, Hellmann's, Best Foods. I've even seen the generics that have it, but it needs to have olive oil or avocado oil. The other ones tend to have sunflower oil, and that is not a healthy fat. We want to have a healthy fat. Same thing, just a cup. So I have a bowl. I'm getting ready to mix the dressing in, and I bought the squeeze out kind. So I'm just literally squeezing a cup out, and I have the cup over the bowl right now, just to make it a little bit easier for me. And then I have the stuff for like chicken salads or whatever. So I'm gonna dump that into the bowl that I'm gonna whisk in just a minute. But you want to add fat to anything you eat, but you just want to make sure it's a healthy fat. So this one uses the, like I said, the olive oil. Okay. Then we want to sweeten it up a little bit. A 1/4 cup of sweetener of choice. This is why you can use whatever. I'm going to use Swerve. You want to use something that measures exact. So if you're low carb, if you're in these categories, you're going to want Swerve, Lecanto, something like, there's that new one, Birch Blends, and a few others. And then if you're not, and you want to use sugar, it still measures exact. So a 1/4 of a cup of sweetener. I will stick with the Swerve. It's diabetic friendly and easy on the stomach. And that's my big thing there. Add that in so we can sweeten up the, oh, I got some on my shirt. Sweeten up the dressing a little bit. But then you want to cut that sweetener. Anytime, I've seen anytime even back when I used to eat the other way and would add sugar, there was always a vinegar component to it to help cut that sugar. So a tablespoon of just distilled white vinegar. To kind of help cut through that. Salt and pepper to taste. Remember pink Himalayan sea salt, it's not written on there. I'll probably write it on mine just because we want those electrolytes. And if you're not getting the pink Himalayan, you're not getting those electrolytes. So I want to make sure I get those in there. And then pepper for a little bit of a kick. And it's to your liking on the salt and pepper. So I'm just doing my own amounts. My husband is visiting family, so I'll be the only one eating this. So I'm putting in the amounts that I want. So I'm just gonna whisk this into a dressing. Get it all whisked together. The reason I'm doing this earlier in the week is I plan on eating this every day. It makes 8 servings, but truthfully, I'm gonna make it make 5, only because 1 cup is a serving, and I want 1.5 cups of veggies every day per meal. I'm always big on 1.5 cups to 2 cups of veggies. So I'm gonna go over the nutrition facts. Mine will be actually a smidge higher. But what you do now is you take your salad and you take your dressing, and just add it. The other thing that I read from comments is that it's really good to make this overnight. Something about the bacon and the almonds kind of infusing, letting it soak in some of that flavor from the dressing. So you want to make this an evening to a day before you actually plan on eating it. It will only last 4 to 5 days in your refrigerator in an airtight container, or double this up and probably a great potluck dish that you can go and serve. And if there's something and you just can't eat it, you know that there's the meat protein with the bacon and the cheese, and then you've got your veggies, the onion and the broccoli, and you have your healthy fats with the olive oil. So, I mean, you can make a full meal out of this very, very easily. So, I'll just show you the finish. It's very easy. This is the finished product. I'm gonna transfer it into an airtight container in just a moment, but that's it. And as I said, it does make 8 servings. Sorry, I just wanna get some of that mayo off my hands before I touch everything. So it does make 8 servings, and I'm gonna turn it into 5. So I have to take basically 1/3 of the calories and add it to, because I'm gonna add a few extra servings. But just to let you guys know that if you do 1 cup, it is 450 calories, 34 grams of total fat. There's other things in here. So I will say that there's a mistake in the well, I'm typing it up for you. Okay, total carbohydrates is 11. Fiber is 4. So if you take 11 minus 4, you get 7, but they say that the net carbs are 6. So, but you really only get to subtract 4. So it's actually 7 carbs. So I will fix that in there. Protein 17 grams. So I will add this in there. I'm probably gonna have more like 450 calories because like I said, I'm gonna bump my portion up just a little bit, and I will probably have like 8 carbs. But if you measure it out 1 cup at a time, you will get your 8 servings, and it's called broccoli salad with bacon and cheddar. I will write out the description or write the instructions into the, just tap on the name down into the description box. And I don't know if it'll let you print that way or not, because it's a Pinterest link, but if not, it's quick and easy to write down, and 5 minutes prep time, and just let it sit overnight and enjoy throughout the week. All right, enjoy your lunches, everyone.